After spending countless hours studying languages, it is easy to get tired of taking notes by hand or using the same material over and over. But there is a better way. Learn smarter, not harder. AI is an amazing tool to boost productivity and speed up our learning. Before I discovered using ChatGPT for language learning, I only use it for simple tasks like editing or translating. In this video, I'll share prompts and methods that I've found most helpful for learning French and Japanese. We all know that input is key when it comes to language learning. The more time and effort we spend practicing, the better we get. But how does ChatGPT make language learning better? The simple answer is it helps reinforce what we've learned through repetition, keeping us engaged and recalling words easier. I use ChatGPT as a tool to apply what I've learned and repeat it until it sticks. And the way I use it is very simple. One effective method is called double input, which means using both the written and spoken form of a word simultaneously to create a stronger memory association. For example, reading while listening to an audiobook helps your brain process information faster and strengthens your memory of words. A feature I love about ChatGPT, but people rarely talk about, is its ability to read text out loud. To use this, keep the entire conversation in your target language. For example, write a short story, ask ChatGPT to correct it, and then have it read it back to you.
Au parc national avec mon père. Quand j'étais petite, nous montions souvent la montagne ensemble.
Listening to your own corrected text reinforces memory while practicing reading and listening at the same time.
Nous montions souvent la montagne ensemble.
This is how I apply the double input method. The benefit of using ChatGPT is that it customizes your study experience, letting you go far beyond correcting and translating. It also creates a comfortable environment where you can use your target language more freely. ChatGPT is excellent for creating flashcards and managing vocabulary. Building a word list of commonly used words is extremely helpful. My in-class notes are usually messy, but ChatGPT cleans them up and keeps them organized. Another tip is to feed your word list into ChatGPT and ask it to create vocabulary exercise or quizzes to make learning more engaging. I love matching exercise, which are beginner-friendly, or fill-in-the-blank quizzes. When we first learn new words, it's often hard to recall their meanings quickly. These exercises help us get used to new words faster. Instead of just staring at a list of words, practicing them in exercise is much more effective. While talking to native speakers is the best way to practice speaking, as an introvert, I like to use ChatGPT's voice feature to start conversations at my own pace. The most helpful way I've found is setting up realistic scenarios. For example, pretend we are at a real estate office. I'm the customer and you are an experienced agent. I am looking for an apartment. You'll ask me questions to figure out my preferences, and at the end, we'll make a decision together. So let's practice in French. During role-playing like this, I improve my speaking by thinking on the spot, answering spontaneously, and asking follow-up questions. Listening carefully helps me pay attention to pronunciation and train my ears to the natural speed of the language. Dans ma chambre, il y a beaucoup d'étagères parce que j'adore lire un livre.
Vous préférez un appartement qui soit proche des commodités comme un café, un supermarché et d'autres commerces. C'est très pratique pour la vie quotidienne.
Oui. Plus, the text conversation is saved, so I can go back to review what I said and check for mistakes. At the end of the conversation, I can even ask ChatGPT for feedback and areas to improve. My favorite and most used method is writing practice with ChatGPT. After writing sentences or paragraphs, I have ChatGPT revise them. It usually provides a comparison of my version and the corrected one, explaining why changes were made. This way, I don't just copy the correct writing, I understand my mistakes and avoid repeating them in the future. Creating stories can also be challenging, but is a powerful way to expand vocabulary, practice different expressions, and use a range of verb tenses. There are two approaches I like. One is to simply have ChatGPT correct what I wrote. The other is to ask it to generate a story on the same theme so I can compare and learn from the AI-generated version. When learning a language, we're not just memorizing words, but also learning how native speakers think. By comparing my writing to ChatGPT's, I learned how to use words in context and sound more natural. Now that AI is part of our daily lives, there are so many ways we can use ChatGPT to improve the ways we learn. I hope this video gives you some ideas to make your learning easier.